Designer versus engineer. Anyone wish they were just a drafter sometime? I miss the time when I was drafting and work was straightforward and mindless. Now I have a lot more to do and spend a good time telling drafters how things should be shown. Is it just laziness or am I in the wrong career position? I like the idea of logging out and enjoying my personal life, remote work, and minimal coordination, writing, and meetings. Walking around as a mailman seems fun to me. I'm not sure how many drafters or designers there are in this subreddit about civil engineering, but curious about your hours, pay, and input. Man, I mean, I think in general with the career, as you get more experience and you get more pay, then the mental load of the work, right, kind of carries with you a little bit more, and you become less of a point and shoot and doer, and more of a thoughtfully solving problems and directing solutions with institutional knowledge type of person. Um, I I I don't think that drafters and designers necessarily have any better hours than engineers, especially if they're not salaried. There's a lot of things that come with that. As a drafter and designer, I've known plenty of leaders in drafter and designer roles that work the same type of hours and schedule and rigor of work life as the engineers, and they sometimes the different only difference is that they're not an engineer. They can't do some of the engineering things, and conversely they're paid less for it. But no, I've never wished I was a drafter. I actually have never wished I was a design engineer. But I think that's a well documented fact for the people that listen to this podcast. But no, I've never wished I was a drafter instead of an engineer. Or, I mean, yes, sometimes I'm like, oh man, I wish I could just be told exactly what to do when I needed to do it by, and then just do things that people tell me to do. But man, but whenever I was in that phase of life, I was like, I can't wait until I'm the one telling other people what to do. So I think that the grass is always greener. And yeah, I think the same thing like when you look back on college, you're like when you're in college, you're like, I hate like all these classes and like all this tests and stuff. And now I'm like, oh, I miss whenever I was in college, and through the great hard work of my parents and great fortune on my part, I didn't have to worry about anything other than school and hanging out with my friends. The grass is always greener. I couldn't wait to be a working professional, and now I miss being so close to all my friends. So no, I don't wish I was just a drafter. Let's see what the other engineers have to say. Larger companies let you take on more technically focused roles as a mid-late career engineer instead of becoming a PM post-PE. I had one such opportunity, but I decided to slowly pivot towards project management. I'm more of a half and half designer PM right now, but I'm starting to get too expensive to be used on design and drafting for smaller projects. I used to want to stay hands-on and only design but not manage. Then I got into management. Then I just wanted to do design again. Yeah, I would say that it's just a symptom of being more valuable. That knowledge of coordination and all that kind of stuff. So, sounds like you just need to buckle down and get ready to retire. But yeah, I think that that's a shared experience, is that you miss parts of your old life. But hey, we engineers, we get paid the big bucks for the coordination and the mental energy that comes along with that for a reason, and it's the work we do.
I miss communicating. I just made a pilot, then they threw me on the stations. Now I'm not complaining, My thoughts get complicated, I cannot explain in lameness. Never losing focus because I ain't chasing payments. Still playing in the basement while I'm working on arrangements. They heard the kid in 50 countries, thank God that's amazing. But I'd rather thank Spotify, they put me on the station.